Students, how are you? This is Grade 5 English Language Home Tutorial class. This program is brought to you by City Government of Addis Ababa Education Bureau in collaboration with Addis Media Network. Students, did you remember what we learned in the previous class? Good. In the previous class, we talked about punctuation marks. Students, please tell to your parents the punctuation marks that we learned. Bravo. In the previous class, we learned about apostrophe, colon, semicolon, commas, and quotation mark. Isn't it? Nice, students. Today, we are going to learn about the simple past tense. The simple past tense. Okay, students, please listen to me because we will say something about the objectives of our today's lesson. At the end of today's lesson, you are going to describe what happened in the last day or maybe yesterday or something in the past. Is that clear? Good. And also you are going to talk about affirmative, negative, and interrogative sentence in past simple tense. Is that clear? Then you are going to make sentence using the words which will be given. Is it clear? Very nice. Students, I hope this topic is not new for you because you simply use this simple past tense in your daily speech. Is it clear? So, what the function of past simple tense? Okay? Good here. The simple past tense is used to talk about something happened in the past. Something happened in the past. Or maybe any action or events took place in the past and completed there can be said past tense. Is it clear? Nice, students. Students, please, let's say something about what we did in the previous, maybe, lesson. For example, we learned about punctuation marks. Marks. Look, I'm just talking about what happened in the previous lesson. Is it clear? Here, I used subject here, and then learned is verb 2. So, in short, simple past means the form of simple past is subject plus verb 2 or past tense. So, now we will say something about regular and irregular verbs. Is it clear? Good, because it's better if you want to differentiate what is a regular verb and also what is irregular verbs. Are you ready? Good. Come on. Here are regular verbs. And irregular verbs. Look, because this one is very important point to write, to describe, and also to talk about what happened in the past. Is it clear? For example, come on here. When we say play, then the verb to form of play is played. Look. Played. Walk. Walked. Wash. Washed. Listen. Listen. Carry. Carried. Delete or delete here. Deleted. Look. Now here, we're going to say something about regular verbs. So regular verb means the verb which take ed. Here, the verb which take ed when we change into verb 2. This one is verb 1. This one is verb 2. Look, verb 1 means the verb which simply we wrote without d, ed, and ied. Such kinds of words or verbs can be said verb 1. When we say verb, we mean action words. Any action words can be considered as verb. Is it clear? For example, play, just playing, it can be playing ball, it can be playing game, and so forth. So play means action, isn't it? So here, when we change this one from verb 1 to verb 2, we simply add ed. Look, this also, walk, walked. We simply add what? Ed, okay? This means, show that as it is, regular verb. Regular verb means the verb which takes ed, d, or ied when we change into verbs. So they have fixed forms. Since they have fixed form, that should be considered as regular verb. Look, regular verb. Is it clear? So, bear in your mind, regular verbs are the verb which take d, ed, or ied. It depends on the given word. For example, the word delete. When we say delete here, it is ended in e, isn't it? So, no need of adding another e. Then we simply add only d here. Okay? Bravo. What about carry? Carry. It is ended in y sound, isn't it? So instead of, before we change into verb 2, we have to change y into e. Clear? Then we have to add ed. Such kinds of words can be said regular verbs. Is it clear? Nice to see then. Come on. Let's go to about irregular verbs. Do you know what a regular verb? Come on. A regular verb means, here this one is prefix. Prefix means the word, maybe the part of affix which is added at the beginning of a word or base word. So ir means not. This means not regular. Not regular means there is no fixed form. There is no fixed rule. And also, a regular verb means the verb which do not take. Here, do not take or don't take ed or D or IED when you want to change into verb 2. Okay? They do not take such structure. If they do not take such structure, or D, ED, and IED, they can be said irregular verbs. Is it clear? Good. Let's give you some example. For example, the word rise. What about verb 2 form of the verb rise? That is wrote. Look. Good. What about the word read? Read. Hello? Read. That can be written as the first one. But when you pronounce, or when we say it, when we read it, we have to say as read. Okay? Read, read. Nice. Another one here, take. Take. Here, took. Because here is, we're not adding ED, D, or IED here. Because they are irregular. There is no fixed form. And there is another word, just like, there is no change. Just like cuts. Cuts. Here, cuts. Is it clear? Puts. It is also puts. No change. Still they are irregular because they are not taking ED, D or IED. Is it clear? Such kinds of words are just considered as irregular verbs. As we said so far, irregular verb means the verb which cannot take D, ED, and ID. Good, students. Nice. Now one give you an activity, okay? An activity. Activity 1. Activity 1. Write 3 sentences. Which show what you did yesterday or last week. One, 2, 3. For example, when you say here, I washed my clothes yesterday. Look, the second, one example. We can say, we wrote the assignment. The assignment with our or with my mother. Or we can say with my or with our mother. Is it clear? Nice. What about another? I played football. Football with my friend or my friends. Good students, I hope you did like this because yours can be different from this one. It can be different from this one. This one is just, we took it as sample, okay? because yours can be right. Here in this sentence, students, now the subject. In the sentence, the subject is here. This one the subject. Which one the verb? Verb 2. Here is verb 2. So when we say, I washed my clothes yesterday, just we're saying that this one is here, my clothes can be the object. By the way, do you know what the subject means? Huh? The subject means the doer of the action. Who did the action? Okay? It can be you, your friend, or someone else. Nice. So here, subject plus verb 2, this means the form of simple past in affirmative. We wrote subject here. Another one is the verb 2. Here is the subject also. Here is the verb 2. Is it clear? Good. These sentences can be said affirmative. Okay? Affirmative sentence. Here. Affirmative. Sentence in the past. Look, the affirmative form of simple past is just subject plus verb 2. Just as we've mentioned so far. Clear? Good. Here is a subject. Here is a verb 2. So this one is the affirmative form of simple past, because this one can be said positive sentence. Positive sentence. Bear in your mind. Or positive sentence. Positive sentence means affirmative sentence, which goes from subject to the verb without adding not, and also change it into question. This is a normal sentence. So these ones are the affirmative form. I hope I'm clear, okay? Good. Come on. Now let's say something about the negative. The negative form of the negative sentence in past, in simple past. In simple past. Negative sentence and simple past. We talked about, yes, affirmative, isn't it? Now we are going to say something about the negative. When we say negative, first of all, we have to know what affirmative means. Let's write one example in affirmative sentence. Here we cleaned. We cleaned the class. Look, this one is affirmative, isn't it? Nice. So this one is affirmative sentence. What if this one is negative? How can we change this one into negative? Look, I will say something about this point here. Come on. The subject is here, this one. The verb is cleaned, isn't it? So to change this one into negative, we have to use this structure. We then did. Is it clear? We did. With any subject. Even if the subject is I did. If the subject is you did. We did. They did. She did, and so forth, okay? Because the subject may not change. Clear? Then we did, which was the negative? Not. Come on. Is it clear? So we did not. We did not. Then we have to change this one into verb 1. Because we took ed here into did. It changed into did to show what happened in the past. Is that clear? We did not plus clean, not cleaned. We said did to show the past indicator. So clean, we clean the class. The class. Here, we didn't clean the class. It is negative. Is that clear? Good. What about another example? For example, the second example. I read, or no, I read, because that is past. I read the story book. The story book last week. Come on. Now, I'm going to change this one into negative 4. Is it clear? So the subject should be here still. The subject should be here. I, then, as we've said so far, did, negative marker, not here. I didn't, what? Read. I didn't read the storybook. The storybook. Last week. Last week. Is it clear? I hope it's okay. Good. What about this one? Now I want to give you this. That should be done by you. Ready? Good. Please change this one into, it's negative 4. Here, we went to school yesterday. The fourth one, Habib took the mid-exam. Last week. So let's change into negative forms. As we've discussed so far, and we have to start from the subject, isn't it? We, then did. Not. We did not or we didn't, can be said. We didn't. What the verb form of went? Go. Nice. We didn't go to school. We didn't go to school yesterday. Bravo. If you did like this, you're right. If not, please never give up. Because you can do more. What about the fourth one? The fourth one. Here, Habib took the exam, the mid-exam, last week. This one is affirmative, okay? Now we will change into negative. So Habib should be written. It should be here. Habib then didn't. Don't worry about the subject. We can use did with any subject. Is it clear? Habib didn't. Didn't take, not took, because here is the past indicator. Okay? Habib didn't take the mid-exam. The mid-exam last week. I hope I'm right, yeah? Bravo, bravo. Good. So, now let's go to the next point is about interrogative. About interrogative sentence. Interrogative sentence in past simple, in past simple. Come on. When we say interrogative sentence, we mean that what? Question. This means question, okay? Don't worry. Because at the end of this sentence, there should be question mark. Question sentence. Come on. Now I'm going to give you an activity. Then after that, you will do yours. Okay? For example, they ate their dinner. They ate their dinner. This one is affirmative, isn't it? Bravo. Affirmative. What about the question form of this one? Students, please bear in your mind. It's very simple, okay? If you want to change this affirmative into negative form, first of all, you have to start from did. Don't worry about the subject. The subject can be third person, the subject can be first person or the second person. At any means, you have to start from did. Is it clear? So did, then the subject here. Did they ate? What about the verb form of ate? That is eat, yeah? Eat. Good. Did they eat their dinner? Here. Did they eat their dinner? Nice. Here, we've started from what? From did, because this one is the affirmative. What if it is negative? What if it is negative? For example, let's change this one to negative one. Then we will change into question form. Okay? Here, they didn't eat. They didn't eat their dinner. Look, this one is negative sentence. Negative sentence. Look, student. So, how can we change this negative question or negative sentence into their question form? Look this one. Still, we have to start from did. Then, not. Didn't they? The subject should be here. Didn't they eat their dinner? Question mark. Look. Didn't they eat their dinner? So, if the question is, the sentence is given in, yes, in negative, we have to start from didn't. If the sentence is given in affirmative, we have to start from did. So this means the form of question here, the form of question sentence. Question sentence should be what? Did plus subject plus verb 1 or base verb. Bear in your mind. It should be base verb. Base verb means the verb without ed, d, s, and others, okay? So it should be base verb, just as we mentioned here. Clear? What if it is in negative form? If the negative is given, then you can change this negative into question form. Come on here. Didn't. The form is didn't plus subject. Either the subject is singular or plural and so forth. Didn't they? This is the subject plus verb 1 or base verb. Then you have to put in such forms. Is it okay? Nice student. Now, I'm going to give you an activity. Ready? Good. Students' parents, please help them. Here, activity 2. 2, change. This sentence into negative and question 4. In the question 4. Look, number 1. My mother made coffee. My mother made coffee. Number 2. He went to the market. He went to the market. Number 3, and the last one. She wrote. She wrote the homework. Students, please change this one into question and negative forms. You have only 1 minute. Students, parents, please help your child, okay? Nice. I hope you did it. Bravo. Come on. Let's do it now. If you are wrong, don't worry. Because if you try again and again, you can be perfect. Okay? Come on here. My mother made coffee. We have to start from what? From negative, okay? Here, my mother. My mother. Then, as we've said so far, my mother didn't. The V1 of the word made is make. My mother didn't make coffee. Look, this is a negative. What about the question form of this one? We have to start from did, okay? Because this one is positive or affirmative sentence. Did my mother or she can be said. Did she make? Did she make coffee? Look. What about the second one? He went to the market. He went to the market. Then the subject should be here. He didn't. Then the verb should be changed into base verb. The verb without ed or d or in past tense forms. He didn't go to the market. Go to the market. What about this question form? Yes, It starts from did. Look, did he go to the market? Did he go to the market? Question. She wrote the homework. We have to start from what? She, then didn't. What about the base verb form of wrote? Write. She didn't write the homework. The homework. Look, what about negative, question form? We have to start from did. Don't worry about the subject. If the subject is singular. If the subject is singular. If it is singular or plural, don't worry. We have to start from did. Did she write the homework? That's all. I hope I'm clear. Isn't it? Nice students. Let's summarize what we have learned today. Today, we talked about simple past. Simple past means something which happened in the past and completed there. Okay? Its form is subject plus verb to, if we're talking about affirmative sentence. If we are talking about negative sentence, the form should be subject plus didn't plus main verb. Main verb means base verb without d, ed or past forms. In question forms, we have to start from did if the statement is affirmative. Then the subject. Then the base verb. If necessary, we can add the object. Okay? And also some complementary can be added. It depends. I hope I'm clear. Nice students. Thank you. Bye-bye.